could get killed for this, but I'm gonna say it. I believe in Bilderbergs. I believe in the Bohemian Grove. I believe it all. I've run into so many people who are willing to kill other people or kill themselves, really. They don't even know they're killing themselves on behalf of the Illuminati, the CFR, these people who we look at it like they're evil. Yeah, we get they're evil. To expose, you watch the Bohemian Grove. I heard a guy, I forgot his name, he was talking about the Bohemian Grove. He goes, look, in the least, the fact that your leaders are dressing in crazy hoods and burning owls, doesn't that bother you to some, just on a certain human level? So you don't need to go to the stratosphere. All you gotta do is go, yeah, that does bother me, and then move on. Look, you can't. I think there's an instinct to people who believe in New World Order and globalization. There's an instinct. You don't have to be informed to have that instinct. It's like when I first saw, after The Family came out, I had a heartwarming feeling just to see the black family come out, and you go, wow, man, I'm alive to see that. But then they see the faces, and you see these faces, and you go, man, something's wrong. Like, you just have an instinct, like, why am I not as happy as I should be right now? That's the New World Order instinct. Then you go and you find certain things out. So I was I think I was on like 50cent.com. 50cent.com. 50 Cent has his this is 50. So they had the Obama deception thing right there as I'm watching something on 50, and I looked at it, man, and I'm like, I can't be an honest human being if I don't feel like this is touching on something, and I had the instinct that of all of that, but that particular film opened me up to the whole thing. And the one thing, if I have to pick out one thing that got me going, was the fact that the Federal Reserve Bank is a private-owned company. That, on the lowest levels, I have never gotten past that. If there's the eugenics and the globalization and all of this stuff, and out of everything that got me going and keeps my mind in that direction, is that the Federal Reserve is a private-owned company. I noticed something about it. I'm a comedian. When I first got into it, heavy, you stop being funny. You really do. You just, nothing's funny. So I had to kind of chill out for a second and figure out how to be funny, back to being funny again, and then still throwing it out to people, because at the level you are, I watch the website and watch all the films. At the level you're at, it scares the death out of the average person who even might be. Eugenics is the highest. I think Obama was supposed to be in office for 8 years. I think the thing that destroyed the Obama plan, I think, is racism. I think white people's, the average white person who's not into the New World Order, they're into just regular politics, I think they can't take having a black boss for 8 years, and I think that ruined the higher ups' plan to have him kind of have this feel of warm, we're all together. I think the average, like, I don't even know who to say the average white person, but people are starting tea parties and starting these things that's from 1712. I think I mean, look, I'm not stupid, you know what I mean? It's like, don't lie to me about it not being racial when you start a tea party and you, out of nowhere, it's a 2-year movement out of nowhere when the president's black. If we're into, like, if you're in the New World Order, this is not, it don't matter, black, white. That's why it's like, if you're into that, you just go, I don't care what color the president is, because it's all foul. But the average person who's just in the Republican and Democrats, I think there's a racial element to this country that can't take another 4 years of Obama. It's just not going to happen. Well, they just go along. I pay my electric bill every 3-4 months. I pay it when I get a threatening letter. I just forget. This time around, somebody came to my house to cut it off, and he goes, look, you're going to give me give me a check or I'm gonna cut your electricity off. I go, look, man, I'm gonna pay it online or whatever. He's like, look, this is my job, I'm gonna cut it off. I go, what if I had somebody in here who could die without the electricity? You know what I mean? And he just did this. He just went, that's my job. I go, your job is you think that you love your family by killing my family. Like, meaning, some could be happening, nothing is, but I'm just on a dramatic level, because then I got on the phone and the woman said, well, if your kid was on a respirator, we would tell you should have thought of that before you didn't pay your bill. And I go, are you serious? My bill was $800. Do you think people got $800 just to pay? You think everybody's trying to scam you? Your job is to hear me beg for my life, and you go, sorry, sir. So do you think that you could go home and love your family the way you think you love them if you can kill my family? It doesn't sit right to me. So as I've gotten into more and more enlightenment about a lot of these things that these people up top are doing, and I believe they're doing, the problem is, how do you communicate that? It's shocking to me if you say it to an average person that doesn't know how much they don't want to hear it, how much they don't care, how much even I go, look, go to the supermarket, right? There's 10 aisles, but there's only one person working, and the rest is you're checking out yourself. Like, there's no more people doing jobs that you go, wait a minute, there's no more tellers. There's just one person. That's what's killing me. It's like, wait a minute. If you're treating me like a robot, what they're doing is they're setting you up to get me used to dealing with robots. Because you're not being a person right now. You're being they're tricking me. It's not tricking, because what they're doing is getting rid of your job because you cost them money. So a big business, why would I pay you? If you're going to get my $800, why do I want to pay out the $800 that I'm giving you to a person that's working? They're trying to figure out how to get rid of you, and you're just helping. It's the high. I'm laughing, right? Because as a newbie to it, I mean, I would say the last 2 or 3 years, it's shocking, man. That I think that's eugenics is the most difficult to digest out of any of it. I think the fact that there might be some people that are trying to kill human beings, I think is the hardest thing for people to believe. But as you open it, and what I like about your films is this: you don't just, it's easy to go, this guy's crazy, but you give things in your movies that say, okay, go to HR this and go to executive order that, and it's difficult to deal with HR 1000 because it's crazy. So a lot of times I gotta take your word for it with that HR or the executive order stuff, because it's a Bible's worth of stuff you got to read through. But that's the thing I like about watching your films, is that it's brought me here. It all does come together. Okay, I'm just now looking at the Constitution. I tell you who got me looking at the Constitution was Aaron Russo, when he's like, democracy is that thing where he says two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. It changed my life. I think that's the most amazing quote I've ever heard. But I'm looking at the Constitution, and for some reason, growing up black, with just being black, the Constitution is poison words for black people because we feel we're not involved in it anyway. But the idea of what freedom of the press, and then freedom to carry arms, why it's important, and it's easy. It's because it's to protect us from a dictator. It's separation of state. When Bush took over the House of Representatives and the president, to protect us from a dictator. And all these things are trying to be destroyed so that a dictator can come right in and take over. But black people somehow, in the system of just regular government, we feel ostracized from these words. We all, like, even the crazy, what black people call the crazy crackers in the hills that say, we gonna kill you if you come on my property. Black people automatically think those people are crazy, but those people are the revolutionaries of our time. They live how the people who freed the country from England live. They think like that. But to a black person, whatever the news thing does, it makes us think that those people are insane and out to get me. That's the game they play so that black people don't get deep into the New World Order. I was just going to say that more black people should be into this globalization game. The idea of it, but it's whatever the news does in this country. It's to separate. If you look at history, anybody that tried to bring black and white people together got killed. Martin Luther King got killed.
Same deal.
JFK, black people love JFK.
Well, he was for real.
He got killed. Jesus, Gandhi, anybody who tries to bring people together for the right reasons, they get offed, man. And they get offed. The people are supposed to be our elite, the people who know how to have power over another person, meaning this. You have a physical presence. I have a physical presence. So you know what it's like to be respected just because you exist. A lot of people who have power never knew what it was like to be respected just because they exist. So if you get a lot of weak people who are now put into powerful positions, they're really, really corrupted by that.
Well,
now, I look at who we have as supposed to be our protectors. It's a mess. The airports, the police, they're just a mess. Sometimes when you get a small lady cop, I'm telling you, and I'm being honest, you get a small lady cop who talks to me, I say, look, miss, you got to understand I respect the law, but if you arrested me, you should say thank you to me for allowing you to, because you can't arrest me without my respect for the law in general. So when you come at me with this angry, forceful thing, you gotta understand I'm a person to person. If you wasn't a cop, you wouldn't be talking to me like this. I like cops who can arrest me if they weren't a cop. Like I go, all right, sir, let's talk about it. And usually those guys are nicer people. But when you get a punk who's now got some kind of weird power where they think they are the law, maybe, like you said, it's planned. But all of this stuff is planned. But a lot of people, Alex, that don't understand the idea of having a gun. A lot of black people don't understand what the idea is. They think it's to keep some gangs out your house. It's to protect you from a dictatorship, a overthrow. That's the thing. That's my problem, is that we're doing, the average person is doing it. It's not like they're coming and really taking anything from you. They're putting us in a position to be afraid and say, please come protect me. And here's how we're going to protect you. Give me your gun, let me have a gun, and I'll fix everything. But it's at the level you're at, it's just too easy to think like that. It's the level of these people walking around. I mean, right now, you're a shepherd, and there's, you got the Glenn Becks and you got everybody that's out here fighting. They're shepherds. And right now, it's a lot of sheep just deciding on what shepherd they're going to follow.
But I think that's my number one message. Don't be a sheep. Be your own leader.
That seems elementary. But I know a lot of people that don't. My girl, she needs me to even disagree with something. She needs me to have a point so that she can have a point. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning she don't just go, here's what I think. She waits to see what I think, and then she either agrees with it or don't agree with it. That's most people. They're not looking to go, you know what, I'm going to start something myself.
No, they're spectators. You're right. Yeah. You have to bring up a point to even get them to even begin to realize that there is a spectrum of ideas.
Right. And they won't, they just wait for you to say something and either go, he's crazy, or I love this guy. They're not trying to unfold. That's why I said again, the reason I enjoy your tapes is because you'll do a lot of stuff to say, look, don't listen to me. Go over here. I read this thing about Henry Kissinger. I forgot what it was, but it was a blueprint on how to destroy governments and kill the people.
State Department Memorandum 200.
It was shocking. And I'm going, it's real. I'm not listening to Alex Jones or Alan Watt or whoever I'm listening. They tell you to go do things. Well, I don't think it could be done without our help. I mean, that's what I'm saying about, I believe, wholeheartedly in this idea of an Illuminati, of a new world order, of the banking system. But it's the more people I meet and the more people that don't care. I think, to me, if I had a crusade, it would be to figure out, how do you get the average person to I know the banking system opened my mind. That is what was the most important thing. If somebody came at me and said, hey, look, they're trying to get the world down to 500,000 people. There's some people that just want to kill everybody and get it down to 500,000 people and control them. I'm like, okay, whatever. It sounds good. But when somebody just says the bank is private and the government borrows money and to pay them back, or the idea of the gold standard. Didn't know what it was, didn't care what it was. Once I understood why gold exists, I'm going, now it doesn't. We're not on the gold standard now. We're on the debt standard. The fact that I owe money means that we have money. It's shocking to me. Then if I know they can do that, I move to the next thing and the next thing, and then I go, oh man. And as a comic, it slows me down. So I'm trying to, because I know Bill Hicks, man, he was open. He was open to it all. And when you're open to it all, it could drive you insane with wanting to put the information out. But I've learned how to throw it in a little bit, make a person laugh, and then hopefully, if I throw a little info out and a person laughs, it's like when you say, go look at HR this and go look at the executive order that, it just, maybe they'll go look and it'll open their mind and then they can go. But the fact of dealing with people, man, people are not doing the right thing when it comes to this, man. There's a couple of people out there, and when I say a couple, if 1 million people are into it, that's not enough, man. That's just not enough. They can round up 1 million people easy, but we need 50 million, 500 million bad eggs. I'm going, I said, do you hear that? 500 million bad eggs. And you go, and when I say to people, it's because a lot of people didn't take the vaccine that they had to grow in the eggs. So they're like, hey, since they didn't take them, let's just put them back out. People dropping dead from the vaccine eggs that you had to grow the H1N1 inside the eggs, and it's just like it didn't work. So now they just got these eggs sitting around, and they try to put them out there. Those eggs are now poison. Now they got to figure out salmonella. I'm like, look, there's no way 500 million eggs got salmonella poisoning in it. But people go, well, that's what they told me. And I go, I like Obama as a person. But the idea of the president is just ridiculous. It's a bullshit idea. The president is a tradition now, like a turkey. He don't run shit. Obama, look, man, Obama's purpose, if you believe in this kind of shit, his purpose was to make us all stop hating Bush. Remember how we loved each other that first couple of days with just white people and black people? Ain't no bosses. It's just to make us think that we have a leader. But niggas, man, the banks run this shit. But see, people talk reparation. All right. I could get killed for this, but I'm gonna say it. It ain't even funny either. It's definitely not gonna be funny to white people. Or Latinos, or Asians, or Jews, anybody. Here's what reparations should be, simple. Because look, we are all slaves right now. We work so that we can pay a debt to the bank that the government got money from. That they're borrowing not on our behalf. So we are paying someone else's debt. So we are slaves to the government, who is a slave to the bank, okay? I think black people, as reparations, we can't get a pocket full of money. It makes no sense. Because niggas is just gonna. But here's what we do. Because here's what black people are trying to do. to create wealth, like to become a wealthy people. Even though they'll be poor, there'll be some that are super wealthy. Like Oprah has a lot of money, but she ain't wealthy because it ain't from no tradition shit. She just lucky. So that's why she hanging on to that shit. Like she used to support Obama outwardly, but she did that shit, and all those white women that love her said, I don't like you supporting this nigga so loudly, Oprah. So she quiet a little bit. But here's the reparations. I'm gonna back up. Since federal income tax is slavery, and we are all slaves, and reparations is an apology for slavery, the original slavery that we're talking about, black people should be exempt from federal income tax. We all already have been slaves. Federal income tax is slavery. So I'm just saying, we're double slaves. So they need us to be fighting. They need white people and black people to hate each other. Look, I would never, ever stand up here and say black people and white people should get together. Anybody who ever tried to do that and was close got smoked. I don't even want to run down the whole thing. It's just if you were somebody that just... Let's go Malcolm X. When Malcolm X was like, you white dirty devils, blue-eyed evil. He was living a wonderful... Nobody fuck with him. But when he went to Mecca and came back, it was like, Jesus, man, everybody's my brother. I think we should all come. Nigga, get your hand in my pocket. And he got shot. As soon as he had some new way of thinking about people, he got killed, man. I'm not that nigga, man. I like living as long as I can live. But I think it is what it is, man. It might be a young soldier in here with some charismatic skills, man, that could run with that shit. I can watch you get shot and they be trying to figure out who did it. Was it the government? Was it a crazy cracker in the woods? Jesus too. That nigga tried to pick people together. They killed that nigga because he tried to bring us together. Gandhi, Martin Luther King.
This is dismissive. I can't allow this.
Oh,
you can't marginalize the Illuminati, man. It's there. There's no reason.
Right, where's the owl? Hold on. Where's the owl, Patrice?
Huh?
Where's the owl, and what does that mean? Where's the owl?
YouTube.
On what dollar bill? What dollar bill is the owl on the one?
I gotta find out by looking at this.
There's
he's something with the Illuminati about the owl.
A small owl somewhere. Where? I see the owl above the pyramid.
All right, you fold 100, you get nothing.
So where's the owl? Come on. Come on.
Where is the owl? Yeah, what's this with the owl? Why does the owl mean so much to the Illuminati?
It's all evil shit, man.
Where's the owl? What's the owl evil?
It's only
an owl?
Oh shit! Thank you, Mars.
Of course, Mars would know.
What's the matter?
Because he's down, but he wants to keep his job.
It's a minority.
Come on, Mars.
What is it, Mars?
Don't you? Sit down, Mars. Fuck that shit.
All right, what's the Illuminati, Mars?
Help us out.
Don't get nervous, man. Fuck that. I'll give you a job fixing my computer.
No, actually, I want to see a little crack happen in this window, and Mars just collapse in his seat as blood comes from his head.
Why is that? Why? That's the devil pentagram, man.
So what does that mean?
That's fucking devil worship and fucking pagan shit.
The star has been a part of this country for many years, part of the flag, obviously, a part of a lot of symbols.
Part of devil worship. More devil worship.
He's saying the pentagram is just huge.
Pentagram.
But
Pentagram. Pentagon.
Number 5 is a little hard to avoid. It's right between 4 and 6.
Okay, here's the
pyramid.
Well, look at this shit is all symbols
Illuminati.
of Illuminati. On our fucking dollar bill.
Yes,
Why?
because these are all shapes that are very useful in architecture.
Right? You believe it, right?
These are all. There's a reason why we keep people use
Mars
pyramids.
believes it. Mars believes
What
it
is
too.
the Illuminati?
It's the silent bunch of white guys like Masons and shit like that.
Right. They're not silent. They're ruling everything openly.
Yeah, but they're
hurting black people to profit every day. Why are you looking for secrets? There's no secret.
Just like
People are kicking your ass with
Nicolas Cage's movie, they made it to make fun fun of it, Disney fun out of it.
Right.
But it's real shit.
It's so
evil
again,
shit.
it's black people putting effort in the wrong area.
Look at Lucas is one.
Trying to
So
uncover that.
you think that the founding fathers set something up that has continued all throughout these years and gotten stronger?
It's not fucking torches. They go to
and it's based on
they kill. They have you know.
Can I ask you something though here?
What do they say when they kill white girls, virgin white girls?
Jesus Christ. Fun.
I'll wait for somebody to.
I hope no one catches
How come the founding fathers? This was before the Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation, so there was still slavery. Black people weren't even. It didn't even look like they were going to be in charge of anything, or even come close to being in charge. So why would the founding fathers put in place something to keep the black man down when they were already?
I don't think it's made to keep the black man down because it makes everyone suffer. It's not just a black thing. It's the master plan
but again,
to make white people think certain things. It's the quiet war. That's what the pyramids are. It's the masses. It's the eyeballs over the masses.
The pinnacle.
We're to hide from everything, man.
Why are you folding $20 bills? When
I didn't fold $20
the Bush and the Bin Laden family are business partners, brought down the towers like right in front of everybody, and then I mean, there's no secret.
Are you trying to silly? Is this some kind of magic sarcasm? I believe it, motherfucker. You don't even need sarcasm.
It's like
I believe it.
It's like somebody walks up and punches you in the face, and then you go fold a dollar and go, I think this guy's trying to get me with his dollar.
There's no white people here that the towers might have been brought down on some old creepy shit, not just Arabs. Not one.
Not one. Look at that.
That's how you know it's the Illuminati.
I believe it, but it's nothing to do with the Illuminati.
Look at this shit here. Look at this one. The devil sign. Look at the devil sign, and look at this shit. Look at it. Why?
They're all doing the devil sign, the rock and roll devil sign.
Why? Hello, sir. Hello. How are you, devil? Hello. Good to see you, devil worshiper.
There's a montage of various politicians, and they're doing that rock and roll devil horns with their finger and pinky.
How many now?
But come on, man.
Oh, shit.
How many now?
Oh, back to shit.
Look at the owl.
All right, the Illuminati.
All right, back to the Illuminati.
Is, what's with the devil horns, though?
What? The devil.
What is that?
It's the devil.
But fucking like Dio invented that. What is he in charge of? The soundtrack?
The Illuminati?
No, because they're gonna get to the doctor.
Listen how crazy he's going. Why'd you stop?
Where's this dumb owl?
13 bloodlines for a very long time. The world has been controlled by the same 13 bloodlines. Is that true? Carry out their evil agenda for the New World Order. They operate through secret societies like Skull and Bones, Bohemian Club, Freemasons, the what? Jews?
There are just a few of them.
Tony Blair?
Yeah.
Gordon Brown? David Cameron? What?
I told you. I've been telling you about.
Saddam. Well,
I've been telling you for years. I've been trying to tell you about
that
Herbert.
Skull and Bones is pretty.
Yeah, Clinton was a Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
He was. Clinton and Bush were both Skull and Bones. Both the Bushes and the Clintons
Means
were
nothing
Skull
to
and
you,
Bones.
does it?
No, Republican.
And that's who runs the country.
9/11.
Listen.
Yeah, that's who runs the country. But it's not a secret, and they don't bother folding bills. They just fuck black people up and eat their. Listen.
Are you aware that there are black lodges?
Yeah, a lot of black Freemasons. Yeah.
They're called Prince Hall lodges. But there's nothing. I mean, I can say right now, there's nothing secret about the Masons.
It's the trick.
And maybe in the past, like during colonial times and in England and all that kind of stuff, maybe at that point. But now it's more of a social.
Yeah, but you're a guy now who got in the last 10 years. They don't tell you everything. It's not like they tell all their members.
We all think that, obviously.
This business is the beast.
Yeah.
And it eats everybody and shits them out. But here's what's funny about the beast. It's a never-ending line of people who want to get in the mouth and get chewed up and shit out.
Why is that?
It's because when you get in the belly, you get $2 million a week. And when you get shit out, you're a pile back there, and you have the option to go get back in line and wait to go get back in the beast and get eaten and shit out. And we line up.
Hilarious. You are hilarious and profound.
I want to find where it's just a couple of dollars just give me. I just want a couple of mil, and
You know, what part of the beast do you want to be in? Kind of the esophagus?
I'm not even.
You don't want to be in the belly, right?
Let me tell you something. I didn't even get to the beast yet because I'm 20 years.
Yeah.
See, when the beast pick you up to put you in your mouth, you shining. People see you. Sometimes, see what 15 minutes of fame is? The beast goes, ooh, throws somebody down, and gets that was reality, people.
Yeah.
And this one
people saw him in front of the mouth.
This one was a athlete that had one good year, and they threw him. Now you see, ooh, that looks like a delicious young thing there. Eat, chew. But that's why I love Charlie Sheen so much. He was in the belly. When you're making $2 million a week, doing anything, you're in the absolute belly. And for that fucker to betray his position in the belly, to actually get the beast indigestion was spectacular. He was a martyr. But and Mel Gibson too. Mel Gibson. He could have been the beast. He was so big.
Yeah.
And they turned on him. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that gets that deep and turns on the beast, man, you gotta root for him, no matter what, because they're martyrs. Because no one's gonna stand up for him. And then Hollywood, they tell you who to hate. Like when they rose up against him, and not be on Hangover 2, when Mike, the movie was about trannies, drugs, death, and Mike Tyson, who got a rape conviction, decided to gang up on Mel Gibson.
Say you can't be in this.
He can't play a tattoo artist in The Hangover 2?
That's pretty amazing.
Come on, man. It's not hypocrisy, because that means that's a human thing. It's something else.
It's cartel.
It's somebody owing somebody the favor. I was close. I was hooked in with the Spike Lee cartel. He had his own baby cartel that he's connected, but he's big enough for you to be connected to him, but he's connected to somebody else. And he asked me for a favor, and I said I can't.
Gone.
Off with the head.
What was the favor? You don't talk about it.
No, he was, and look, he put the most money in my pocket I ever seen in my life up to that point. He put me in a couple of movies, voiceovers. He had access to a lot of things and threw me in. That movie I did, the 25th Hour.
Yeah.
I really didn't audition for that. He said, "Hey man, you a Celtics fan, ain't you?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'm from Boston." He goes, "All right, you got it. You got the gig." Like, he saw my comedy, liked me, sat me down.
Yeah.
He said, "You're in." You're in. Put me in this movie. Was really nice to me. Put me in voiceover commercials and all type of shit. I was seeing money I never seen before. And he asked me, it was some gig with like Showtime. Something happened with Showtime, but they did me real dirty. But he was doing this movie with Showtime, and I said, "Man, I can do the part. I don't want to come read." But I did it through my agents. I did the right thing. He just bypassed my agents, everybody else. He called me personally and said, come do this. And I go, well, what am I going to do? To do that, that destroys my entire system. I feel like I should have a system like you have a system. I can't. He said, all right. That was it.
Wow.
Damn.
That was it. And that's how it is. Now, I only lost what I lost. I didn't lose fame, glory, and everything. I only lost some money.
Yeah.
You lose everything, but see, it's everything that you want. You want shine. You want to. I sat twice up on the front row at MSG. My girl with me. I think it's twice or once. It's so intoxicating when you're in the front row.
You're looking around at who else
you
is
have
there,
to move your feet, because you might trip the player. When they threaten to take that away, you get scared. Tracy got front row seats at MSG, man. Wherever he goes, people are screaming. Wherever he goes, he gets right in. And somehow, if you fall from where he is, you fall way down. Do we talk about Dane Cook anymore? Dane could still sell out any theater, any 5,000 seat theater. But the fact that it ain't Dane Cook Day no more, it seems like he's done, doesn't it? It seems like he's done. He's not done.
No.
But it's just not his day, because he had a favor he didn't pay back.
You think that's it, or
Dude,
or just people?
Will Smith has been famous
Forever.
for 15 years.
Probably longer.
15 years.
Fresh Prince is pushing 20 years ago.
He does what he's supposed to do. And I'm not saying whatever. I'm just saying you just don't do 7 pounds.
Patrice,
Stay on top.
let me play the other side of that because I'm sure a couple people would say this.
Shit.
A few people would say it's because he's that talented.
Nobody's that talented. Let me tell you something.
That's what I thought you were saying. And honestly,
Let me tell you
I
something.
agree with you.
I'll die first, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I try, but I'm like, I don't want to put myself in a spot to where I'm balanced. Like I'm telling you, I sit in my house every day, and I appreciate my ceiling fan, man. Because one day somebody gonna try to take it, and I gotta look at it and know that someday somebody gonna try to take my ceiling fan, and all I gotta do is as hopefully I have a good woman, and she is, but I'm saying hopefully we have a good woman that when the shit hits the fan, she gonna be there. Or you're going to have people that's going to be there that if somebody one day says, we're going to take this big mouth Anthony, we're fed up with him.
Yeah.
We're fed up with you. We're going to take your shit. And you're sitting there going, wait, I own my house. No, you don't. We own it. We own everything. And that you have a place to go that, where you could park your Shelby.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, look, I've tasted little parts of what success is. I've tasted it. It's good. It's deliciously. you get drunk off of it. But Tracy, I don't know how much money he got, but he should be happy with the money he's got. He should.
What I'm getting from you though is it's not a fear. That's too easy to say of success. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you can fall hard and hurt yourself, and But
you owe. And The Godfather, luckily, what he owed was fix my son up. He got shot.
Yeah.
And you go, ooh. But when you hear a knock on your door and he goes, I need you to do me a favor. You're gonna be at the dinner with the president, aren't you? Yeah. Or you're gonna be at a dinner with somebody I want dead.
Right.
I want you to put this pill in his drink.
Oof.
I don't.
Well, see.
Well, what you owe is we're gonna kill your whole family. I told you, I want my favor. So you do that, and then just you'll get caught and maybe go to jail. But your wife and kids, we won't blow the whole house up. But you owe us, and that's why you're in my debt. When you get to a certain, see, I deal with low to middle level Jews in my career. Okay, we talk shit. But if I get upgraded to the next level, okay, say I get a show on TV. Say it's not too popular, but they keep it on for me until it gets popular.
Well, favor.
I owe something. All right, Patrice, we need you to do a big favor. And I'm intoxicated. I'm in the front row. Everybody's like, Patrice, what's happening, baby? All the girls and shit. Oh, I love fat men. A $50 brick. I'm throwing money in the air. I'm driving in a $4 million 6-door car. I'm driving a 6-door Porsche.